And we are live. Okay, I hope that was enough of a warning. Shadow Fox sent me a DM before we went live. It's like, oh, by the way, you may want to give us a warning before you take us live.
Probably a good thing.
I take full responsibility.
We were talking about stripper poles.
I'm in a mood, so I will keep my conversation PG while we're on.
Speaking of which, is there stripper poles in D&D?
Yes, there is.
Awesome.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, I guess.
You know, it'd be great if I type roll 20 and not roll 22. It'd be great.
I mean, it's just a metal pole. I think metal.
And a brothel?
I mean, I've played bards who were fan dancers before, so I mean, anything's possible.
That's not what I wanted. God dang it! Let me type what I want.
No.
Never.
Every time I try to type like the Twitch stuff, it like just brings me to like YouTube and things that I don't need.
Dude, I use my password manager. It launches my websites, enters my passwords, enters my login fields. I only have to worry about one password. And I change it every 3 months.
It wasn't a password. I was just trying to get onto the Behold Roleplay Twitch, and then it just brought me to YouTube doing some weird, I don't know, nanomachine things.
Gray blobs. It's how we will all die.
Yeah, I expect it.
So,
but tonight I think a hag might have something to do with that.
Well,
How dare she?
unless we managed to do what we thought we did.
I mean, if the wish that was wished works, then
I wish I didn't kill that fish.
Maybe we're okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Y'all had a interesting time last week as we kicked off and everybody started, heading on their way to the north to make their way towards the clearing where the elemental energy was strongest enough for the sealing ritual to take effect. You ran across a strange furry dragon at one point who did a version of a Tickles Hello, but this time with fire, before landing in front of all of you and having a brief conversation that unfortunately excited it as it turned into battle. As battle began, Farron impressed it by tearing it to absolute shreds in a matter of seconds.
Oh yeah, I tore that ass up.
And then it seemingly surrendered after seeing Darian's war horn that had been blessed by the archdryad of the glade, saying that he didn't want to upset her, and seeing as you were friends of the dryad herself, he would instead trade his life for information. And he gave Therian some rather exciting information for the old dwarf, as he told him the location of a lost dwarven mine that was said to contain numerous gems and ore that had unfortunately collapsed due to the rushed and underprepared mining of the crew before. He also swore a bit of a life debt to Farron, saying that if she ever needed his help or wanted to see him again, all she would have to do was speak his name. After the encounter of the dragon, things seem to begin to turn more towards the favor of the party, as you were able to find a shortcut to the glade. The glade itself holding multiple stone archways with druidic runes carved over every inch and facet of them. the group began to plan as to the best way to set up in order to ensure that the sealing ritual would go off without a problem as soon as it started. Though plans don't always go the way you expect them to. As she was summoned by her name, the hag of the marshes, Margaret, appeared through one of the stone archways using a gateway. She was accompanied by two rather large toad-looking creatures that she lovingly referred to as her children. Before the ritual could even get off a couple seconds, she froze time, entrapping a large portion of your group in a time bubble, and then began to engage in civilized conversation with Amelia and Darian, believing that you had come to an agreement to work together to find this tomb, to put your grievances aside, less to spare bloodshed, as she claimed she had no interest in the orb herself. She invited you to join her at her camp, a day and a half north of where you were. As she left, the time bubble collapsed, everybody was fine, and a plan was hatched. Darian was going to go back to the blacksmith for 24 hours to craft something, while the rest of you used the gateway in order to travel to Margaret's base camp. And as we pick up today, you find yourself staring at these two ogre guards, looking over a small cavern room that you have appeared in, a large teleportation circle drawn in chalk on the stone floor. As the two of them look at you, they don't draw their weapons, almost as if they were expecting you to arrive. And they give a nod over to Amelia. The boss said you were coming. Guess we're gonna have to show you to a place to stay. She's in a meeting at the moment.
Very well.
Wait, where's the dwarf? We're told that there would be a dwarf with you.
He had an errand to run. He'll be catching up with us.
Know where to go?
He's gonna make his way here.
All right, want to make sure that he doesn't get lost.
He
Or
tell us where
eaten.
he's going to be in the 1 day from now, and we check and see if he's there. But he is dwarf. They like the shiny things, and like his nose was twitching or something about something shiny, and he had to go.
Sounds like a dwarf. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 5 of you. Place we could put you. Kind
There's
of,
2 more.
Two more. Rutgar and Sana. Our knights.
that's right. I forgot Sana and Rutgar are with you.
Yep.
Can't see them.
We picked up an extra
Oh,
elf.
and
Replaced the dwarf with an elf.
Reaver's with us too.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No,
Reaver's
Reaver
waiting.
could not
Reaver's-
go through.
Yeah, Reaver's waiting.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a reason why Reaver couldn't go.
I imagine Rutgar, like consoling the elf,
Yeah, Sana is just like
like
hating
consoling her,
life
just,
at the moment.
you
Like,
know, just telling her, like, like, no, my friend, it's a sacred duty. We've been called by the universe to protect this person for a grand mission.
and you
You should be
and
on
like,
it.
most of you who are seasoned adventurers can tell that This half elf girl has probably never left.
Full elf.
Oh no, she's half. Oh, full elf. Okay.
Full elf.
She's never left Oak's Bounty. She's never left that forest region. So she's completely out of her element, surrounded by a bunch of people who just told her that they're going to try to destroy an orb and they have to fight a hag, and there's probably like unnecessary, like unnumberable amounts of evil down in a temple. And now she's standing in a cave with two ogres that are inviting the group to sleep in a tent.
And the best part is we didn't even reduce her to most of the party. We just
No.
kind of said, that's Rugar, and that was it.
She doesn't even know your name.
It's all good.
I don't want to overwhelm her.
Sounds like a Tuesday
You're
night.
horrible.
Yeah.
Don't even give her her own master's name.
Amelia's not great at these things.
So they begin to lead you up through a small winding tunnel that seems to go on for about a good 50-60 feet. And as the closer you get up to the top, you begin to hear music. But not really music you expect that ogres would be either enjoying or playing. It's almost civilized tavern music. And as you come up to the opening of the cave and out into the campground itself, it's very well put together. It's not just a large pyre with bags or sleeping bags or furs tossed about. No, there are battle tents set up, various creatures walking around, kobolds, a couple grung, more of those large toad creatures that you saw walking about, and a large gathering of ogres. The music itself is coming from a rather strange looking halfling. His eyes a solid slate blue color. No definition to them, no irises, no pupils. His skin is a soft gray. Wears his hair in a combed over half shaved mohawk. Every strand a different color. As he moves his head, it creates a almost shimmering rainbow effect around him. And he sits on just a stump of a tree, playing the music. Its effect seems to be calming everyone who hears it.
How far away are they?
The halfling?
The one that's doing the song?
Yeah, the halfling. The halfling's probably 30-40 feet away from you, near the cooking fire, where you can see a large spit is well, not a large spit, but multiple spits are erected, and you can see that there are wild boar being cooked on it.
I was going to see if I could try to sing a hymn with them.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a performance roll.
Sure. There's a, let's see what my performance is. That's a +4, so 17 + 4, 21.
Nice. So at very, maybe catching a couple of you off guard in a very unlike Farron manner, she begins to approach the halfling and begins to sing along with the music, almost as if she's heard this melody before. And upon hearing it, the The halfling gives you a smile and a nod. And he just continues to play, as it's almost as if he's staring through you.
Unless something else changes, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. The ogres that are with you kind of like put up a finger and just wave off. Your tents over there should be enough to house enough of you. You're with a couple of other visitors and prospects. The boss will meet with you in the morning. Until then, you have free reign of the camp. Don't cause any trouble. Don't kill nobody. You'll be fine. And they both excuse themselves and continue back down the cave.
I am very curious about who she's meeting with. So, question. In this cave, are there any like natural type of, beasts, small things that are being ignored?
Like squirrels and whatnot, just like random forest creatures.
Like
Yeah.
bats.
Like bats,
Not-
forest snakes, cave spiders.
No. For the most part, it looks like even though they seem to be in a civilized state of mind at the moment, they are still rather imposing creatures, and it is a rather imposing campsite that the local wildlife knows to stay away, lest they end up like the boars.
Darn. Mm. Trying to see. Nope, that's not gonna help. Sure.
While Dorngo's figuring that out, I'll walk over to Amelia. Any clue if it worked?
No. No clue. I think until she goes to use any of those things again, we're not gonna know.
Don't really like the idea of camping here if she knows.
It
Can
worries me
I-
as well.
Can I cast augury as a ritual?
Is it a ritual spell?
Yes, it is.
Can you bring that up for me? Yeah, you can. I'm gonna roll some perception checks though, because you are casting a divination spell here.
That's okay. They said as long as we don't attack anybody, it's kosher whatever we do in here. So
That's not why I'm rolling.
okay, because it's not attack magic. He sits down, he pulls out this this shamanic stick with gems and all sorts of crazy stuff on it, and he's like shaking it for 10 minutes, and then he casts it on the ground and asks, are we safe to stay in this camp for the night?
And as you're sitting there and you ask your question, you begin to smell the scent of freshly baked bread and kind of feel the warmth of a welcoming hearth across your skin, giving you a wheel omen that you are indeed safe in this camp.
Like Woodgar picks up his little stick and he stows it away and turns to the party and he's like, I think we might be safe. I don't know if that changes if we start any problems, but I think if we don't do anything aggressive, I think we're okay in the morning.
Anyway.
And again, like Woodgar is just like looking around for like any small animals or anything, just like, like chilling about or anything like that. Like I'm purposely trying to catch something small and specifically an animal of some kind that's just running around the cave if I can.
Okay. And like I said, try as you might, you see no woodland creatures around here. It's everything just knows to stay away. Though the ritual that your folk friend here just cast seems to have caught the attention of a couple people. And they quickly like gather close to one another, and you could tell that they're conversing about something. And as
Can I read their lips? I have observant.
you have observant, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Ooh. You purposely took observant? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know many people that take that feat.
I only need a +1 to my wisdom to max out my wisdom, so I purposely took it. Oh, that's pretty good too. 26.
26. You can catch what one of them is saying, the one that is facing directly to you. The other two are kind of turned.
Mhm.
But what he's saying is, you can see questions like, should we tell her? Are they welcome? Is this going to cause issues? This wasn't foreseen. And then one of the other two kind of like tap their chest for a moment, and they nod and they begin to hurriedly walk off towards a larger tent, almost like a commander's tent.
So I'll communicate that to whoever's nearby, not loudly, but just kind of I'll whisper to whoever's next to me, which is probably Rild, and I don't know where Dornball is as a proportion, but
He'd be like, wherever the fire is for wherever we're staying, he'd be near there.
yeah, I'd probably be close enough to whisper to Dornball. And we know that it was specifically the casting of the
you noticed that when Dorngal began to cast his ritual, that he began to draw multiple looks, but it was these three that seemed to have gotten together and started talking, and at least one of them having concern.
Okay. And from what I overheard, was it can I tell if it was the druid magic or the divination magic that scared them?
You're not really sure.
Okay.
All you could tell, it was either one or the other or both.
Okay. Just trying to suss out if it was also Dorngal brought attention to our group, and then it was the whole group. It was one bullshit.
Anyone who look at the magic easily knows it's not attack magic. I mean, I'm sitting down looking away from the rest of the camp. I don't know how they think it's bad.
I think it just made them nervous. I don't know why. Could be the fact that it's druidic magic.
Yeah, well, then if they're opposed to nature, and then once we clean out the miasma, they're going to have a very rough wake-up call. I think, as they say, when nature is in full bloom again.
How far away are the ogres?
The ogres that led you up.
The nearest
Any.
ones, or if they just kind of all wandered off at this
Oh,
point?
the two ogres that were with you went back down into the cave to stand guard over the room, over the teleportation circle. But there are ogres scattered about the camp. A large portion of them are around the campfire, around the spit and everything, because everyone is eating and drinking and having a good time, which again is a little weird for an outside view, because normally you would like, the belief was ogres would bully other people, those smaller than them, into servitude and the like. But you have ogres conversing with kobolds and grung, and there are a couple humans as well, and all of them seem to be getting along. The only ones that seem to be keeping to themselves are the large toad-like creatures, and they seem to be more located centrally around that large commander's tent.
And
They
the
look more like guards than anything else.
Yeah, they look like they're maybe like a personal guard.
and the tent we were directed to, how close is that to the center of the camp versus the outside of the camp?
It's near the outside of the camp.
Okay.
You're pretty much being housed in like a newcomer / potential prospect tent.
That's fine.
But as everyone begins to like look around, get a little bit more of a feel, you see the human that ran towards the large tent coming out of it. The light now giving off a bit more of his features. Looks to be maybe 16 years old. Very thin, very misshapen haircut. Totally tell it was done by just cutting longer variants of his hair off with a dagger. But as he comes out, a large hooded figure walks out with him, standing maybe about 7.5 feet tall, carrying a large crooked staff with various bird skulls hanging from strings near the top. Their entire form covered in a very large green robe with the cowl pulled over. And as the cloaked figure steps out, he points over to the group. And the robe figure nods and begins to make its way towards you.
So as I'm standing there, I'm just going to. The glaive is more of a carry weapon, I imagine, than it is a stow weapon.
What's
on
that?
My back. The glaive, I don't want to have it out, but I want to just be like lean up against it. So this is more of a staff than a
Yeah,
glaive.
it's not really something you'd wear on your back or anything like that.
No. No, you carry that shit.
It's a spear. It's either like a walking stick or something.
So I'm just gonna be leaning on it, but trying to look casual. But it's I
Just stab
probably
in the
put it a little
ground,
tight.
just lean.
No, the blade's up. You don't want to dull the blade with the ground.
I've seen stupider people.
I'm gonna watch their approach.
Okay.
Try and get a read on them to see, are they being aggressive? Are they not?
They seem to be casually walking through the crowd. Every now and again, they stop for a moment to converse with somebody who's greeted them. But as the conversation ends, they always begin to come closer.
So I'll make sure to point them out to Thorngar since they're next to me and be like, we could slowly make our way around so they could avoid us, or we could stand here and wait.
Is there any activity going on, like card playing, dice rolling.
Oh yeah, like the closer you get to the center of the camp where the spits are at and stuff, there are various log tables that have been laid out where people are just enjoying themselves. It's almost like a makeshift tavern. There are dice games going on. There are, looks like dominoes, and then various card games all over the place.
One is playing Clue with 5 other people.
Yeah, probably.
I think I'd go over to a cask and get some ale or something, whatever there is, and go sit down at a nearby dice game or card game.
Okay.
Just to put myself outside, but still be able to observe someplace. You said we're near the outskirts of this gathering?
From where you're at now, the cave itself is a little bit closer to the central part of the camp than where your quarters are at. Your quarters are on near the outside. The cave is near like the center area. So you're like pretty much near the heart itself of the what looks to be a war camp.
Okay. Well, whatever one meets the criteria of being close to the group and has the best route for getting away if need be.
Okay.
I realize that still may be a pretty crappy route, but
it may be a crappy route, but you want the least crappy.
Yeah,
okay.
The least crappy.
That makes sense. So you fill up the you just grab one of the mugs off of a table that's full of empty ones and fill it up with ale. And to your surprise, it's clean ale. It is fresh. It's not like something that somebody tried to like brew in the back house or anything like that. It's legit professionally crafted ale.
Okay. So I'm hearing a bunch of red flags here, so I'm just gonna go with it. I want to roll something to see how much magic is going on here. I realize I may not be the best one to deal with that, but
yeah, it would definitely be an Arcana roll if you're trying to figure out if there's a ton of stuff going on.
Like, I'll purposefully try to interact in some sort of physical manner, pass it off as accident, tripping, something like that, to see if these ogres are real, the tables are real, you know. Like,
okay,
this is starting to seem like they're either can
give me a performance roll if you're gonna try to like fake trip into something or something like that.
And I'm gonna position myself so I'm in between where World is and the hooded figure is, so that the attention comes to me before him.
Okay.
Not great, but hopefully 13.
Okay. So you walk and you act like you trip over your own feet and you bump into one of the ogres, and he kind of stops his conversation with a couple of the grung, and he stops and he looks at you and kind of helps you back up to your feet. Looks like you had a little bit too much to drink there, friend.
Yeah, sorry. Just don't mind me.
Oh,
trying to get to the cards.
No foul. John Henry, thank you for that extra life donation.
Yay!
For the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids.
Bring up the extra life menu here. John Henry, you can award advantage to the players or DMs, or DM. God, imagine we had 2 DMs.
That'd be cool.
That
Well, I
seems
mean,
evil.
well, I mean, there are 3 DMs technically in the game right now.
Megalanius, thank you for that $10, dude. If you're gonna sit
just
by a
not
dice
all
game, you might as
actively
well play
DMing.
hard.
Exactly. So I mean, you know.
So does that mean you're giving the the advantage to is it to one player or is it to a player? So are you giving it to Rilled? So you begin to stumble on over and you take a seat at one of the dice games. And it looks just to be a standard rule liar's dice. And sitting at the table across from you, you've got a half orc, a human, and a very bright green grung. And as you sit down, they kind of nod over to you, and they continue on with their game.
Okay. So yeah, I take it when I bumped into that guy, he was real.
Completely real. 110% ogre.
So I guess just check for signs of like mass control or,
Okay.
you know.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana roll for that.
So was it that I got advantage there?
Bangladesh donated $10 to give you advantage on whatever you wish to roll on.
Thank you, Bangladesh.
I'm not a country.
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay.
So yeah, 19.
19.
Straight up die roll.
You sense no magic whatsoever being cast over anyone. It looks, sounds, smells, and feels completely normal.
Except for everything that is completely abnormal about it.
Pretty much. Aside from the fact that everybody is getting along when you know for a fact that in other circumstances this would be a full-out brawl. Everyone is getting along with one another.
All right, well, I'm gonna use my training and split my attention between the dice game and actually be watching this figure that's been approaching the group slowly.
Okay. So are you joining the dice game?
Yeah, it'll be exactly like I said though. It's just to have a
Okay.
cover.
Okay. So if like you're not fully invested in it, you're not trying to win.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a performance roll. A performance or deception, your choice.
Neither are great. But I rolled a natural 20 for a 19.
Apparently, Rilled is a savant at Flyers dice. So,
Well,
at
just
the
blank face.
as after all this is done, Rilled, you're gonna walk away with 32 gold
Nice.
that you
Sweet.
won. But as you take your seat down at the dice table, position yourself, you see your sister sort of position herself in between the group and Thorngall. Farron, are you still performing with the bard? Crowden,
I'm sorry. What's up? Yes.
are you still performing with the bard?
Yes.
All right, Cristiano, what are you doing?
It's a very good question. Jenna's sort of wandering, looking for any hint of why this seems so out of place as a whole. Like, is there any magic or enchantment or anything, something that might give away how this has been made possible outside of black magic?
Okay. So if Christiana wants to give me a Arcana roll as well.
I'm assuming black magic. Oh, that's yeah. You know, warlocks don't have a great Arcana skill. That's a 4.
Yeah, you don't know if it's magic or not. It's just it's strange.
It's weird.
It in all aspects it makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, in lieu of not finding anything weird outside of it being weird, I'm going to grab one of the mugs off of the table and have some of the creepy, actually properly brewed ale.
Okay.
I'm just sitting here going, the DC's 30.
The DC's 30.
Yeah, the problem is it's always you have to beat her DC if it was her.
Yep.
It's like,
yep.
you're screwed, but thanks for coming out.
Thanks for playing.
So the hooded figure begins to get closer to you, Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
And as she does, she goes to move by you, giving you a respectful nod, addressing that you are there. Not trying to shrug you off or be rude in any sort of manner.
I'll just watch for now.
And she makes her way directly to Dorngal.
And when I moved in front of Dorgal, I didn't want to be too far away.
Mhm.
I wanted to make sure I was within, so I could hear whatever's happening.
Yeah. He looks down to Dorngal, who I assume is still sitting after the ritual, or are you on your feet again?
Yeah, he's stowed his gem laden stick away, and he's just chilling in front of the fire with Rukar, just trying to figure out how they're going to handle things if his augury was awry
Wrong.
and shit hits the fan.
And the rope figure kneels down next to you, kind of stares at you under the blackness of its hood.
I reach into my Goodberry pouch and I offer the hooded figure some Goodberry jerky.
And it almost instantly reaches up with its hand and takes the jerky. And it's
What kind of hand?
It's at this point in time, you see it's a bear paw. The fur very gray and black in some places.
Wait, there's a bear folk in here?
Kind of giving you the sense that whomever is under this hood is very old, very ancient.
Would I recognize if the hand was that of a male or a female? And
Give me a nature check.
Nature check.
Yeah.
Come on, you can do this.
Let's
You're a
see.
bear.
Oh, I mean, in Dongral's, defense, he hasn't seen any barefoot women in a long time. So, I mean, let's see. You said nature, correct?
Nature.
Let's have a very good roll.
Really? Bear paw?
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for that. That's an 8.
You can't really tell at the moment.
So in Urson or Bearfolk, he's going to go. How does the day treat you, Venerable One?
The day, the night, treat us all the same here. I'm curious. One so young is able to divine the spirits.
Oh,
And she
that-
she pulls her hood back, and you can see her just bright golden eyes kind of peering
Wow.
down to you. Her fur itself is still very gray and black in various spots. Two dark circles are like almost painted on under her eyes, and you can see various runic patterns decorating the fur where the black does not touch.
So in Druidic, when he sees the runic stuff, he's gonna go, are you from one of the circles?
Once, not anymore. I've been called to a higher purpose.
With the witch. And this is still in Druidic.
The witch? Oh, you mean Margaret?
I do not say her name. It invokes her.
Oh, it's fine. You are in our camp. You can use her name without fear.
Oh,
No.
I do not fear. I just know better than to provoke powers that I don't fully understand.
You are wiser than others. No, but I would not call her a witch. She is well versed in the arcane arts, that is for sure. But so are others. No, a witch does not befit her.
I am confused. You were once, at least, caretaker of nature. Why would you ally with such person?
Because nature gave me sight.
Enlighten me.
The truth was revealed to me by a forest spirit, not of, I guess you would say, this plane. Gave me the sight to look into the past, future.
That
It allows me
sounds-
to see inside people, their true intentions.
Something similar happened to me when the starfall happens. The Black Ichor did something and it had me have visions of this place. Well, not of this place, but of where we go to.
Maybe you have been chosen to have the sight as well.
It only happens when I'm around the Ichor, which is not very good. It will try to destroy you. It is not from here. It is definitely from somewhere foreign, not of our world.
I had an encounter with something of not of our world either. And you see what is before you now. I have been called to a higher purpose and have ascended in ways. I now serve as Margaret's advisor. Her seer.
Very confused. The shamans, they talk of these creatures. They tell us that their intent mostly is ill. Very few in their ilk have any good intentions.
Who's to decide what is good and what is evil? It just
From
all
my-
depends on what side of the coin you're on.
Not for me. My perspective is if what you do is harmful to the nature, if you are destroyer of Earth and the beauty that she gives us and the bounty that she provides, then you are someone that must be stopped.
And she would agree with you. She herself is not a destructor of nature. She rather enjoys nature. So
What?
some would have you believe that she is a bloodthirsty tyrant looking to convert everything under her control.
Well, I mean, the reputation of her species is very much for it. I think that's how they say in the common tongue.
Yes, but we must not be too harsh to judge somebody based on the actions of others of their kind. I won't say that she is not without a mean streak. Those who cross her often meet very agonizing demises, but it is not like they are not. And she pauses for a moment. I sense conflict.
I am very concerned. This Margaret, she says, or at least I have to trust my companions because apparently I was stopped in time. She wants the knowledge that's in the bottom of the ziggurats. I am very not wanting her to have it. I don't trust that if she has this knowledge, it'd be put to bad purpose.
And what bad purpose do you think that she would intend the knowledge for? It's
Subjugate the people, make it the slaves, destroy the nature.
she looks around. She's like, none of us here have been subjugated. We all follow her under our own whims. We are well taken care of. We help each other out like a family.
Yeah.
The only ones you can say that are possibly subjugated are the Slatty over there. Her children.
Now, when she calls the toad people slod, does that ring a bell for Dorngal?
Dorngal can give me a nature roll if Dorngal.
Alrighty. Come on. Come on. Actually, let's roll a different die because let's try you. Let's see how you like me. You like me way better than the other one. That is a 23.
A 23? Yes, it clicks exactly about the Slotty and how they are interdimensional beings and how they reproduce and create more. But you also know that they can be controlled if somebody wields a control gem. And your mind sort of you flash back to when you first encountered her and the three red gems that she had on her belt.
Oh. So she has the gems to control the slot. These are very dangerous beings. They can devastate. They are definitely abomination.
Yes, they are definitely abominations, but they are useful to us. You do not need to worry. Nobody is wrongfully subjugated to the tadpoles. It's normally those who violate our edicts.
I must ruminate on this information. The things we've been told and the things we see do not line up with the things you tell me.
What have you been told?
Well, that this person is trying to gain the power to do the bad things.
And who told you this?
Was this? I think it was part of the vision, right? Or was it
No,
Flipenda?
this was Flipenda told
Flipenda.
you about it. Yeah, because
Oh,
all the
okay.
vision told you what showed you was the tomb.
All right. The other one,
Her.
the grung lady.
Her sister. Yes, that makes sense.
I was told that's her sister. I was also told that
Always-
she's
Always
also,
jealous. The youngers are.
well, I am very much confused.
Hag sisters tend to try to steal the power of the other one, constantly trying to usurp them to one up each other.
Well, she did
I'm-
ask us to take her heart and return it to her.
I'm afraid you've been caught up in a bit of infantile sibling rivalry.
My main concern is the miasma and the undead.
As it is ours as well. As nobody here can go back to life until it is gone.
Then I will take her up on her challenge then, and my friends and I will try our best to be first to the tomb.
If you are, best of luck to you. As long as we don't meet back up as enemies, we have nothing to fear from one another.
I've not seen many of our kind for a long time. I'm nomads. I have very strong wanderlust. It's been a long time since I've been to the north. I miss the snow. I miss looking out and seeing the beauty of the whiteness that is covering the tundra. So I know there's more of our kind, not too far from here. Well, I mean, if you think about where I'm from, but I have not seen those tribes yet. So I adventure with these folks, and through fortune, I get the company of Rutgar here. And when I say that, I say that part in Barefoot.
She
So
kind of
Rutgar- so he knows I'm talking about him, and so
she kind of like looks him over. Yes, I was wondering why he was giving off a feeling of something that did not belong here.
One I pulled from Mystic Deck.
Yes, his eyes tell me everything I need to know.
But
You
he is
jumble
diff-
with, you mess with the natural balance of things, but it doesn't seem to have any negative effect for you or in the near future at all.
Well, I mean, I did not know it was the kind of deck it was. I mean, there are many types of the magic cards.
Oh, I am not blaming you. I'm just saying that you have upset the balance is all.
It's my friends. I try to warn them that once I knew what it was, I tell them it's very dangerous. You should not keep tempting fate. But they like to push the bounds of what is allowed by one person's lifetime.
That sounds like most mortals.
Uh,
And she kind of like looks over at over to Amelia, and then like back over to her shoulder to where Rild is sitting. Those two are very distrusting.
We have not given them the best of situation to trust. We are reluctant allies. I do not have any issue with them, but I have feeling once we're done with the ziggurats, they might go about their own way again, which is okay. They are allowed to live their life the way they choose.
Well, once the lady is done with her rejuvenation, maybe we can have more truth brought to light. But until then, enjoy yourself at the camp. Nobody here will means you any harm. Nobody here will mistreat you.
Yes, so far, they have kept their word, so we keep ours, or at least I try to keep mine.
She smiles as she stands up and puts the cowl back over her head.
And then
yes, that is normally the peace around here. Unless
before she leaves,
she kind of like looks over to the Slotty. They want them to get involved.
No. Before you leave, may I have your name, please?
I'm Raum.
I am Dorngor, and my friend here is Rutgar. He is from the tribes that are not northern. So hopefully one day I can return him home in one piece, back to his family.
I hope he is able to get back to his family in one piece. And I hope you escape all of this in one piece. But if you'll excuse me, I must get back to tending to her ladyship. And she turns around and begins to head back towards the large command-like tent.
And then in common, he's gonna turn to Rutgar and he's like, she's not a bad lady. Reminds me of Vanana. But not as stern.
So, something seems off about her. Unnatural, but she did say that she had an encounter with something not of this world.
Yes. So I do not know what she ran into. I didn't want to push my luck. I think that's how they say it here. But if some being gave her the sight, then I don't know. We have to see. I am very confused. If the Margaret she plays fair, then we need to do our best to beat her to the tomb and the library to get our hands on the books first. Just in case they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes.
Let's just hope she says she plays as fair as she does.
I hope that's the case, but desire causes people to do the shenanigans. So we'll see what happens in the morning.
If it's all the same to you, I'm going to go to sleep. It's been a day.
Yes. I am going to see if I see something around the camp that can be useful for a journey tomorrow.
He nods, and as he walks off, Sana like quickly follows behind him.
Okay.
Don't
Fair enough.
leave me, my fellow outsider. And Dorngol's gonna walk around the camp, more so to see if in this camp Big Brain is around. He's not gonna actively act like, oh, hey,
You're not
I
gonna
know
call
you.
him out or anything
Yeah,
like that?
I'm not gonna call him out, but he's like, he wants to know if he's in this camp. He wants to know where he is, so in case some crazy shit goes down, he might try and see if he can pull him over to our side.
Yeah. Try as you might, you can't seem to find Big Brain anywhere.
Alrighty.
He's dead, Jim.
But I will warn the party of the Slotty and let them know, do not get scratched by them. Um, I will ask Amelia if she has any restoration spells. I think I have lesser restoration.
I don't have them prepared
Yeah.
today, but I can make sure we take some in the morning.
Yeah, you need greater restoration to get rid of it.
Only she would have it because that's 4th level.
Yep.
I don't have 4th level slots yet. I only have lesser, so I will not be able to get rid of the tadpoles. So
I have it at 5th level,
is
so I do
fifth?
have it. Fourth and
I
What if I put in-
thought greater was 4th. I mean, I could be wrong. I haven't used that spell in a long time, but
it's on my 5th level on my list, so unless I put it in wrong.
all right, yeah, no, but yeah. So she'll definitely, because Dormgold is more battle. He's not.
Oh, by the
more-
way, no, you know that only a wish spell can reverse the transformation of a slotty.
Oh yeah.
And it's not. Yeah, you would have to have a restoration that's able to remove a disease.
Yeah, that's greater.
Yeah.
Lesser,
because
lesser doesn't.
you're infected with a chaos phage.
Yeah.
My question is, do you become a slot as in you have your own free will?
No,
no, you lose who you are, and
And
you become whatever
slotty.
type of slod infected you.
Yep. And then, actually, you become a slot based on what you were, because
Yeah.
based if like you're a martial class or a magical class, it will have like
Yeah.
certain changing effects to it. And you still technically have a free will in the sense that you are connected to like a hive mind, unless somebody shapes a control gem for you, and then they have full control over you.
Yeah,
So
slot.
pretty much we can be
yes.
a slot race.
No,
No, the slot's an abomination.
yeah,
race.
slotty
They-
We'll be
are not,
fine.
they do not breed naturally.
Yeah,
They
slot-
are aberrations
yeah.
and monsters through and through.
Slotty are almost the same equivalent of mind flayers when it comes to how they produce.
Oh, we lost someone. Oh, we lost Raven.
Oh no!
We lost Raven. Oh no!
Slotty doesn't know.
All right, so goddamn. All right, with that, let's go ahead and take our first break for the night while Raven gets the internet back
that's
up and
a good
running
one.
again. And then when he's back, we will be back. Oh, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and still take our break. And when we get
Internet,
back,
please.
right? Let's go ahead and take our first break for the night anyway. Refill our drinks, all that fun stuff. And we'll come back. We'll find out what's going on with more of the camp shenanigans here. Okay, we are back.
Oh, yay.
Hi, how's it
Giggity.
going?
All right, need to switch people around again a little bit.
I might have to kill someone.
I like to be in that spot, please.
Nope. Not allowed.
Aw. Party pooper.
There we go. Everybody.
I'm
Now,
just saying, I mean,
back
if you're
where they belong.
gonna kill somebody, make sure whoever you get involved with it or someone you can trust, because
I know exactly who I want as my partner. HB Fox.
no witnesses.
Bury the body. Make sure you bury a pet's corpse 3 feet above where the body was buried.
Because I know.
Well, you know what? My boyfriend called me weird for knowing that fact over the weekend.
I mean, how do you
for
stop 'em?
burying a pet over the body that you buried?
Throws people off, doesn't it?
For the dogs.
Like, oh, they're just burying the family dog.
Yeah. And you bury him straight down. You don't lay him out. Go straight down and put the pet corpse over the top.
Wood chipper.
No, I've seen a
but
movie about that. It
No,
takes
I
so
mean,
long.
I've seen Fargo. Bad shit happens when you use the wood chipper. It's just
the
it's,
foot
it's
trying to
re-
go
it's
in.
really messy. And then people are stupid. They try to wood chip with all the clothes on. It's like, no, you got to strip the body. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if
Welcome
you're
to
really,
D&D and how to be an
Breathe.
axe murderer.
Just breathe his body first. Fine.
No, I mean,
I love
honestly,
my
basically, you just need to make friends with a pig farmer,
Yeah.
Or own a pig farm.
or
Yeah.
or own a pig farm,
Or
one
just
of the
own,
two.
or own a couple pigs. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't even need a farm. Just own a couple pigs.
Exactly.
Just get a couple boars.
Just resist the urge to
Either way.
make bacon on it.
Aside from
We're all going to
ritualistic
jail for
sacrifice, my internet's working again.
Yay!
I
So
blame the hag.
the hag is attacking your internet.
Yeah.
So
Probably a backfire from the wish we made.
as wait, it comes. Oh, it's different. Oh yeah, because we're talking about murder. All right, I was like, wait, did I put us on the wrong cameras? So after that little information that Dorangal got, and Round has excused yourself back to the main tent, or the commander's tent of the camp, and he's sort of delivered some of the information that he learned while talking to her. Is there anything anybody else is doing for the remainder of the night?
Once the conversation is over, I'll find my way over to where Rutgar went to sleep. I'm assuming he's in our tent.
Yep. And when you look inside, it's Rutgar and Sana kind of like sleeping back to back against each other, and you notice that there are probably about 15 other people already sleeping in this tent.
Great communal space. This makes me real comfortable.
Do not need some motherfucker I don't know sidling up to me at night trying to get warm.
He's already asleep though.
You're gonna
Sana is.
go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yes, Sana's sleeping.
Okay. I'm not gonna bother her. I'll talk to her when she wakes up after 4 hours.
Okay.
I will probably then make my way back over to where World's playing dice, and let him know that I'm going to go look for a meal for us. Let him know we're go hunting, essentially. And as I do, I'll kind of motion with the staff, the staff that I got, or the glaive I got from the mantis guy. Try and inform him that I'm going to try and fill that up. See if I can't get an animal soul into it. And then I will leave camp if I can, kind of out towards the back of where our tent is. And
So as you head back to the back of the camp, you're stopped by 2 guards at a small wooden gate. As you can now see that there's small wooden spikes, probably about 10 12 feet high around the entirety of the outside of the camp with a small exit gate. They kind of stop you as you're walking towards them. Sorry, miss, can't walk out now. Camp's closed.
More uncomfortableness.
I was about to say, she looks very like disappointed, like she's gonna cry.
He's like, no. You look like you're one of the newcomers. You're not prisoners. This is just for everyone's safety. There are things out there that may want to eat you. So, just so you don't go vanishing and we start having a panic in the morning, everyone is just locked in as the sun goes down.
Very well. I'll make my way back to the tent. I'm gonna play with my damn Tamagotchi. The won't stop moving everywhere.
Oh my God, she's everyone! Don't forget.
Wait, oh no, Rickar always. I mean, Dorngal and Rickar always play with theirs whenever they're doing the watch. Question: When will we know when we get an update? Is that like
4 days.
4 days.
We got 4 days left. All right.
Been a lot of
Well, we
days.
have 2 days left, I
in
think.
4 days. You have like 2 or 3 days left.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have like 2 days left.
I want
I
to
think
see.
I
wanna
thought
see-
this was the third day.
I thought so too.
No,
but I
you're
guess
right.
not.
You're right. There's one more day. This is the 3rd day.
Yeah.
This is the
I want to
third
see
day.
what hatches from my egg.
Yeah. Me too.
I want
we-
a baby dragon
we
from
all-
Yu-Gi-Oh.
We all ritualistically do the Tamagotchi thing
Every
once
morning.
a day together.
Yep. Everyone just gathers around the campfire, plays with the Tamagotchis.
Like a minor addiction at this point. It's fine.
Fine.
Who created these things?
Who cares? They're
Bimmy.
fun.
Rill may not be smiling,
Oh.
but he is ecstatic that his Tamagotchi is pooping less.
Mine still won't stop. I don't know what you're doing. How is everyone else better at this than I am? I have this problem with real ones.
Is anyone doing anything else throughout the remainder of the night?
I mean, are we taking watches?
How? There's like 50,000 people in this place.
Yeah,
Rill
you can still
is
say that.
not okay with not taking watch.
Neither is Amelia, so I will take a watch.
Trust
Preferably-
nobody.
Third watch. is
Not
what
even
she
your
wants.
friends.
Christiana is having a very, very nice sleep.
Okay.
The answer to the alcohol was 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You had a couple drinks and you're comfortable and warm in where you're sleeping. It's a very relaxing sleep.
You know, I was about to ask chat, I'm like, what dice do I roll? And then I thought better of it.
Yeah.
Do not ask chat what to roll for.
Bad things happen with that. So you take your watch. If you take watch, nothing really happens throughout the night.
I did want to do something during my watch, though.
Okay. So before we get to your watch, I'm gonna jump over to Darian.
Oh, the dwarf. Please die. Please die. Please die. Oh, sorry.
Darian or HP Fox, the stuff that thing that you sent me.
Yes.
You have. It's taking you about 16 hours, but you've been able to complete it. The
Very
50
nice.
gems have now been broken down and reshaped into a small egg that opens up in the center. And as it does, a small anti-magic field surrounds you. The field expands out for about 20 feet around you. And it will remain active for, say, what I wanted. It remains active for 1 minute. Afterwards, after the entire minute's done, it needs to rest in direct sunlight for 6 hours before it regains its charge. Now you can use that minute time in various bursts or all at once. But as long as that egg
Nice.
opens up, it creates a 20-foot anti-magic radius around you.
Aid.
And have you given this miraculous item a name?
I have not.
Periwinkle.
I was
We'll
gonna.
find out what its name is when Therian returns to the group.
Darn, I wanted to call it Periwinkle.
So
Rojan's face like,
just because Therian never ever wants to leave this forge, he will remain here for the remainder of the time until 24 hours is up, and he'll just use that time to clean up his own equipment and just make very ordinary, mundane items that he'll just leave in the forge. He'll leave them behind, just so
Okay.
he's occupying the time. It's, I mean, he can't think of any better place to be.
Arian's puttering in his shop, isn't he?
He really is, yeah.
Yeah. He's got like this huge. He's got like the inside of the cabin is like this expansive hotel, and now he's out in the back working on the forge.
Yeah. At the end of the 24 hours, the mantis guy comes out and he sees like 5 crates of daggers and swords and hammers and
You were leveling your smithing like you do in Skyrim
Yep.
and make nothing but daggers.
Totally,
Nothing but daggers.
totally leveling
make
up his crafting.
daggers, level smithing, sell the daggers to buy more material to make more daggers.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Level 50 crafting before you even start the first mission.
That man knows about the grind.
I keep thinking the mantis like one of from one of the mantis lords in Hollow Knight.
So before we get on to the next day, you said you wanted to do something, Christiana. Not Christiana. Amelia, sorry, my brain is
Are
not
we starting
functioning.
with the Amelia and Christiania now?
You're
Yeah, he finally got Therian right, so
you're
he
the
has
new
to do someone
Therian.
else.
You're the new Therian in Dorngal.
Slightly alarmed Raven there.
I'm like, I'm doing what? What did I agree to?
Yes, I'd like to spend the first hour of my watch on more tuning to that magical weapon that I got. I'm going to
Which one? The the glaive.
flaming glaive thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the wand of enemy detection attunement. So what I'll do for the while I'm doing my first hour of my watch, and then the second hour I want to try and find a secluded area of the camp, kind of as far away from people as I can, or at least away towards where a lot of people are sleeping and no one's really gonna be listening in. And then I'm going to whisper very quietly my second wish.
Okay. So you find a secluded tree, a little back towards where the gate was at that you were stopped, but it's far enough away to where the guards can't hear you. There's not really a lot of foot traffic through this part of the camp at night, so you feel that you've got a bit of security here.
And before I go ahead and say the wish, I'm going to kind of set up the area to make it look like I'm making like a little prayer area for my god.
Okay.
So it looks like I'm praying.
Praying to God.
Yeah. And she will say, sorry, my hesitation, not hers, because this
You wrote it
terrifies
down.
me. I wrote it down, but it terrifies me.
All right.
Hold on,
right.
let me stop. Okay, I'm stopping Sirenscape here so we can hear the full wish.
So she's going to say, I wish I had a bag of holding which contains the orb and the heart that is the means to control the orb.
Ooh.
Wait, is Amelia just flat out wishing for the orb and the lich heart?
Inside a bag of holding. She doesn't want it out in the open.
What?
Look,
That's
since that orb's been introduced, she's been trying to figure out a way to get control of it, and that wasn't possible until that damn she found out about the heart. And then she got wishes. What else is she supposed to do?
Damn.
So the bag of holding falls into your hand.
Okay.
And then you begin to see the orb sort of materializing at your feet underneath the bag.
Okay.
As you get the feeling that this orb cannot be placed in a bag of holding.
I'm going to quickly try and scoop it into my own bag.
Okay. And it's heavy. It is dense. It's about basketball size, but when you pick it up, it's probably a good 15, 20 pounds.
Okay.
But as you like pick it up, you can see the miasma start like begin to emanate out of this thing and begin to spread out from it.
Yep. And I'm going to try to reach into that bag and see if I can't, the bag of holding, to get the heart out.
You reach into the bag and you pull the heart out. As you pull it out, it's beating in your hand.
Oh, I do this right now because what's more one in the thing, because it's spewing miasma. She's gonna take the bite out of the heart that she was shown to do.
Okay.
She's just gonna react.
All right, you take a bite out of the heart. I did not expect this to happen, but okay.
damn.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Nothing bad ever happens when you eat a heart in Rojan's
You
Capital.
gave wishes. You gave the chance to get
I-
wishes.
I did not give wishes. This was a deck of many things pull.
I'm sorry, Roden.
Oh no.
I
We
mean,
spent
no.
all week debating over all of these actions and what she would do.
Oh no. This is I'm just trying to find
this is fuel for the fire.
Oh yeah, it is.
I have theories that Amelia doesn't have any I have player knowledge that Amelia doesn't have, and theories around this thing that scare the
Yeah,
crap out of me. But she doesn't have that knowledge, so she's gonna act.
straight up screw your plot.
Yeah.
I need a constitution and then a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus.
All right. What dice do I want to roll?
One that doesn't hate you.
Wow. So Constitution is a natural 20 for a 22.
Okay.
We're using a different die now because I don't trust that anymore. And then Wisdom is a 21.
21. So you take a bite out of that heart, and as you do, it turns to ash in your hand. And you swallow the piece that you have. And you begin to hear a heartbeat growing louder and louder and louder in your ears. And then you begin to feel your heartbeat go in rhythm with it. And then they both stop. As you look around, you can see the miasma slowly pouring out of your pack as it begins to spread out amongst the camp. But this doesn't worry you. This is nature. This is natural. This is what you want. And as you can see the miasma slowly starting to reach out towards the edge of the camp, those two guards begin to like clutch their chests as they take their first breath of it. And as they double over in pain, you can see their skin just pull back as their skeletons like stumble through, the meat just like falling to the ground in front of them. The skeletons now standing there for a brief moment, looking at one another as the torn husks of skin begin to walk away from them, begin to walk around the outside of the camp. The skeletons begin to walk towards you. But as they get closer, they pay you no mind. It's almost as if you don't even exist to them. And then you begin to hear coughs coming from other tents, and then gasps of pain, and the sound of bones and skin breaking and tearing. And then nothing, and then silence as more horrid undead become walking out of the camp. Or not out of camp, but out of their tents. And you can see the miasma slowly creeping, making its way towards the tent where your friends are currently sleeping.
Do I have enough of my own willpower left to stop the miasma from reaching that tent? Given my brother is in there?
If you would want, yes.
Okay.
You have control over yourself. You can attempt to halt the miasma.
That's what I would like to do.
Okay. Can you give me a... we're going to make this a charisma check. A charisma contest.
Is it a save?
No, contest.
Oh.
That's not bad on the die. So I rolled an 18 for a total of 17.
For 17?
Yep.
What command are you speaking to the orb?
Stop.
I don't want to. As the mist begins to creep a little faster throughout the camp.
We are so fucked.
Yes, we are.
As you realize that this orb is sentient. I have waited too long.
I can promise you many, many deaths, but not these ones. There are people important to me in there.
And you see the mist stop for just a brief moment. How much death do you promise?
With what I have planned, a lot. I can't promise you innocence.
Entertain me.
There are compounds that I know of throughout the world, one of which was my home for a while. They create people for their own means, and they have harmed me and those I care for, and I wish to see them all be consumed by your power.
As you see the mist begin to reel back, as it's pulled back up into your pack, I will stay my hand for now. So I will require sacrifices on the way.
Understandable.
And I need my body freed. And then together we will spread this death you so urgently desire.
And I haven't come across a means to make them pay enough for what they did.
Oh,
Until I found you.
this is only but a fraction of my power. Whole once again, we can make them dance. We can make them scream. We can make them bleed.
The others can't know that you are here. So I ask that
I only
Not
talk
them.
to you as you have consumed my heart. You and I are one. You're muted if you're Raven.
Nope. We're good.
No.
We're good.
Do not worry. I will not spill the surprise.
Appreciate it. And I will empty everything else out of my pack into my bag of holding, so it's just the orb in the pack.
Okay.
Try to make it a little less obvious.
Hey, where did you get that bag of holding?
That's easy to explain. I have leashes.
Yeah.
I need something to carry all my weapons, as I have 3 glaives. They don't ride on my back.
He's like, you will need blood, or your body will begin to show signs of corruption.
What kind of blood?
Any kind will do.
Very well.
So I was more in the kind of human blood when it was me.
I'll do what I can to not raise suspicion. There are some of this group that have better nature than I.
No. Do what you need to do. But just make sure that's I am freed. You will find me in the bottommost depths of that temple.
Just, if it comes down to it, it might be something where we go to the temple and we leave, and then I return to the temple to find you. Are you okay with that? Or does this have to be immediate future? Is there a timeline?
The sooner the better. As you
Agreed.
can understand, a sarcophagus is a bit cramped at times. Oh, and
Understandable.
about my temporary form, it would be best if I was not seen. So hold me.
I'll pick up the orb.
And as you pick up the orb and you hold it in your hands, the weight begins to lessen. As you can see this black liquid begin to run down the ball. And as it begins to touch your flesh, it begins to sink into it. As you can see it like stringing up your veins, up through your arms. You can feel it then begin to like go down and spread out through your chest and up your neck. Your muscles tighten ever so slightly, and for a moment there you feel as if your body is going to break, and then there's just this calm.
All right.
I want those powers.
While you have this this orb inside of you, you now have the miasma as a 10-foot cone breath weapon.
All right.
Okay. That's awesome. That's great.
Point of order. Now that the orb has been absorbed into Amelia, what about the existing miasma that's around the jungle?
Just watch it. Just like every time she takes a step, it's like the fog just goes right to her and absorbed.
Oh, we're so screwed.
And we're like, yeah, that's not strange at all.
It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
God dang it.
Why do our parties always get screwed by druids who want too much fucking power?
Hey, I'm not a druid.
She's not a druid.
I'm not a druid.
She's a death cleric.
I'm a cleric. God damn it.
Death cleric, whatever.
Same
Cat-
thing.
Cat
Look.
caster wanting too much power, party gets fucked.
At the beginning of this campaign, when I brought her into this, she was literally at a crossroads. She could either become good on the influence of the party, or if enough bad stuff was dangled in front of her at the beginning of this, she was going to go evil. So
That means
there
we
are a
kill you
whole
when
lot
we
of bad
find out.
stuff going on.
Gotcha.
yep.
Oh man,
So
God, as long as we don't end up as Dandruff on a walking fucking elemental.
I'm not on the
again.
receiving end
Look, this was not the
time.
plan, but this is what happened.
So, after the ultimate betrayal happens,
So how many bodies did happen to die?
Didn't die. The skeletons were freed from their meat sacks.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
no, the reason why the bodies are actually walking around is because in Toma Beasts 2, there are undead husks that are literally just flaps. They're like skin suits that have had the skeleton taken out. They just slosh them out and attack people.
So you get the zombie husk and you get the skeleton.
Two for one
monsters for the
special.
price of one.
Yeah, it's a necromancer discount.
So do they all just leave the camp?
Yeah,
They didn't stay. They just all left.
they began to wander.
I'm going to sneak my way back to the
Nothing
tent and pretend like nothing
surprising, like,
happened.
hey, there's other people here. Just nope. Just go. Okay. You know, I'm not gonna question it anymore.
Probably best.
I will shove the now empty bag into my bag of holding, so I only have the one bag.
Okay.
But I will sneak my way back
Just
to camp.
don't turn it inside out.
I only have one bag of holding, so yeah. But yeah. So I'm more pretend like nothing happened and like I know nothing and go to sleep.
Okay. Rild, are you doing anything on your watch, or are you just hanging out?
Just doing my watch.
Okay.
Very confused why there's no more guards.
I probably would just figure that, you know, the camp's pretty safe under the watch of a hag. So
Okay. Night passes,
Hooray.
and when everybody wakes up in the morning, there's a huge commotion outside. Like, it sounds like a panic of like a combination of a panic and confusion and almost a celebration in other parts. And it's confusing as you hear that the undead have broken into the camp at night, or the miasma had leaked in, as there were signs of the transformation in some of the back tents that the guards near the back were the first to go. But miasma's gone. It's completely lifted.
What did you do?
And then aside from the pyre that where they're throwing like the husk sacks onto, and in the bones and around there, doing a ritual of consecration, everyone else seems to be in a joyous mood. The air is so much lighter now. You can see the beautiful jungle, vibrant as it ever was around you. No longer is the mist being held off by the lanterns or spells. It's normal once again. Though you do, aside from that, you do see numerous undead walking around on the outside. But they're not attacking. They're stationary, mindless, almost as if they've lost connection to whatever was giving it orders. Various parts of the various groups of the camp itself have began to spread out and start taking down the undead in relative ease, as none of them are putting up a fight. And as soon as the bodies fall, they are burned.
Ongol's just watching in utter confusion as to what the fuck is going on.
And it's all this is going on. Arian, step back out into that glade. And Reaver is sitting there with the I almost said archdruid, but she wasn't a druid. An archdryad. Oh, you've returned. Good. Something alarming has happened while you were gone, Therian. As you
Alarming in a good way or a
Is
bad
she-
way? Is it ever in a good way?
She looked.
suppose
She like
not.
points around, and you can see the miasma's gone.
You've cleaned up in my absence. How kind of you.
No, I didn't. It was just. It ended
Reaver, was this
abruptly.
you?
Old man, how in the hell am I going to do this? I'm a warg, not a mage.
Yes,
No,
but
this-
you're much, much younger now, you see. You have the energy that you didn't just a few weeks ago.
This is while true. This wasn't me. I was sitting here waiting for you because that stupid gate would not let me go through it. No matter how much I yelled at it or kicked it, it wouldn't let me go through. But
Poor guy.
it was like 10, 30, 11. And the miasma just vanished.
Oh, well, perhaps whoever was behind it realized that I was working on something quite incredible and they decided to give up preemptively.
Maybe. You know, I'm not even going to shoot that one down. That they may have learned whatever you were creating could have disrupted their plans and just decided to call it a day early.
It could be possible. I see you've made a friend here. I wasn't interrupting anything, was I, Reaver?
And he kind of looks over to the dryad. No. He just
I see.
arrived
Well,
as
you'll
well.
get them next time.
Kind of just shakes his head. The dryad's like, I can open the gate for you. My magic and the life of the forest have been partially restored. There's so much death and still about, but I guess we can heal now. But you and your friends, who knows what happened to them when they went through the gate?
Well, perhaps I suppose another answer to this happening is that they got a bit impatient waiting for me and went ahead and finished the quest without me.
That wouldn't be possible, even from where our camp is at. It's still another day or two's travel.
Perhaps something went awry with the magic, and they got sent straight to the final destination instead of the camp.
Who knows? But I can send the two of you to where they're at right now.
I suppose that would make our journey quite a bit easier. But are you going to be coming along?
No, I have much to clean up.
I see. Well, your help would be greatly appreciated.
I would advise both of you to take a deep breath. This will not be comfortable.
Oh, it is not the first time that I have traveled by portal, you see.
As she's
There
like,
was-
oh, this is not a portal. And she kind of stomps her foot as the earth around you kind of like comes up and swallows you and pulls you down through it. And you begin to like be taken through the earth at like a great speed. You can hear the rock and the dirt being like just pushed aside and cracked, the roots tearing on your path. And about 30 seconds later, you pop up, standing within like 5 feet of your group, covered head to toe in dirt, but no harm.
Baron curses in Draconic that he's not dead.
Well, that gives me an idea for the next time I'm at the ford.
I just hear Farron's like yelling in Draconic, Newman.
That is an interesting way to travel, Therian.
It is, isn't it? It was quite unexpected as well. Good morning, everyone. Sleep
You,
well.
Steiner reaches out and brushes a bit of dirt off his shoulder. You,
Raise the sword.
Reaver just kind of shakes and just throws the dirt all off of him.
And my friend, is that a new trick you learned? Is that something you can teach? Yes.
The tree witch did it.
Yes. What did you call her? The dryad, I believe it was. She sent us here.
Oh, does she know that is the miasma gone where she is? Yes.
It appeared that way. Yes, she was quite taken back by the whole event.
by an oversized vole. Is that how you traveled?
It was, well, admittedly, I don't quite understand what was going on, but I believe with enough time and enough ingredients, I could perhaps create something that can do that next time I'm at the forge.
Oh,
But
it was magic,
I
not a
believe-
creature. Okay.
Well, it could have been a creature, but I didn't look around and see. It was all very quick, very fast.
I must see if I can learn this magic. It seems very convenient.
It would be extremely convenient when looking for rare ore deposits. You see, if you could travel through the ground at such an incredible speed with something such as my handy great hammer here detecting these valuable metals and ores all around you as you travel, just imagine the types of secrets that you could uncover.
As you all are having a conversation of this, Round walks over to the group directly toward Dorngal. There may be an issue, my friend.
What issue? My asthma's gone. I was going to see if maybe you
As
you got
she-
the head start.
She leans in and she whispers into your ear. I need to send this to you.
Oh God.
She knows.
DM is sending
Probably.
DMs. We're all screwed.
You slide into your DM.
This is how you cast dominate. Whisper in their ear like a lover.
Thanks, Rosa, for that.
Dorngal's is going in Druidic. He's gonna go. It was not us. We kept our words.
No, I know it was not. Something happened last night. I'm unsure, but it's not good.
Well, I
When
know
you
a little
can,
bit, I know a
join me-
little bit of medicine.
Join me
well.
at the tent.
Just me or everyone.
Invite your friends.
So Dorngal's gonna, tell the party, my friend, we are being summoned to the big tent. You come, please.
The big tent, is that where they have the breakfast? I'm quite hungry. I could do with a morning ale after such a journey.
Do you know this is a little bit important?
Well, so is breakfast, and so doubly is ale.
You have
He's not wrong.
You have the goodie pouch, yes. Just nibble on something there until we finish this stuff.
Suppose that will tide me over until breakfast.
Damn it, Therian, this is important.
Food's important. Can't do my crime solving without, biscuits and gravy.
Oh,
And at
man,
least 32 sides of bacon.
I haven't had biscuits and gravy. Damn,
Right?
Rojan. Fuck you.
Oh,
Rojan.
dude, I'm suffering the same. Like,
Oh.
anytime I go out for breakfast, I need to get like a big ass plate of biscuits and
dude,
gravy.
I'm gonna have to order
I
biscuits
need-
and gravy tomorrow for breakfast, dude. Oh my
I
god,
need to
you're
make
killing
my
me.
Scotch eggs again.
Oh,
So, those of you who walk to the tent, you can see that there were like signs of a scuffle around here. Entrevant, thank you for that raid. Raiders, welcome on in. As you can see tears and blood splatters around the vicinity of the commander's tent, as you no longer see any of the slotty who were standing guard previously.
Yeah.
Do we see signs of dead slotty?
No, you don't.
Oh, this is not good. Do we see the control belt still?
Not outside, you don't.
Okay. So I will definitely see if she's wearing the command
So,
belt if we go inside.
As
the
you
tent.
walk inside, Brown is standing there over just a large center slab, and laying there dead before you is Margaret. Her skin looking like old leather, no longer this vibrant, healthy body that you previously met in the glade, but looks to be hundreds of years old. Parts of her flesh are already cracked and flaking away to dust. As Brown is standing there shaking her head, I do not understand. Her rejuvenation was going as normal. The chronometer in her heart should have revitalized her. She collapsed almost
what
before,
is this,
right before you got here last night.
I do not know what this chronometer thing
As
is.
she walks over and she peels back part of the cloth that's covering her, and you could see that the chest cavity's been opened up, and there is this strange looking gold heart in her chest with various gears and a small clock embedded at the center of it.
She's gearforged.
No, she's not gearforged. She acquired some arcane knowledge from a passing Kamiroskin at one point. Mastered the craft of time magic and, well, was able to craft a new heart for herself. It would reset every 200 years, but it would keep her alive and revitalized no matter how much damage she took, no matter how many killing blows landed on her. She would always rejuvenate. She used to call herself a living lich. All the power without none of the sacrifice. But last night, amidst her rejuvenation, something happened. Something stopped the clock.
Do you think maybe whatever happened with miasma did the same thing to your mistress?
Maybe, but that would insinuate that the two are tied together.
Well, I mean, it's mystery. Hundreds of years, heart works fine. All of a sudden, the heart doesn't work. Miasma is choking the life out of the land. Then all of a sudden, while we're all asleep, miasma goes away. I mean, that seems a strong coincidence.
Maybe she gave herself to stop it, but this is all speculation. There's more troublesome issues at hand. Her slutty have gone on a rampage.
Oh,
No
crap.
longer with a master to control her or to control them. They turned tail and fled into the jungle.
He looks to see if the belt is still around her waist.
The belt is cracked and destroyed.
No. No.
Oh. Okay. So friendly hag is mysteriously dead. Bad thing, I think. Miasma is gone. Good thing, yes. Slots are rampaging through the jungle. Very bad thing. They will start to make more slots. That is just in their nature. Um, we need to check the ziggurat to see what's going on there. But since miasma is gone, I think pressing matter is to find the slots and get rid of them, since there's no way to control them now, since belt is broken. They will turn this jungle into something far worse than undead spectacle.
I already have some of our hunters out to try to quell that issue, but if you come across any, put them down.
Right, then my condolences, I guess. I was hoping I'd get to talk to her to see if I can make up my mind how she is, since you trust her enough to follow her willingly.
Maybe you can honor her wishes. Continue to that temple. Learn what you can from the knowledge that's stored there. Use it however you see fit. Knowledge such like that should not be locked away and hidden from anyone.
If the knowledge is dangerous to the land and the people,
Only dangerous in the wrong hands.
well, then I will do my best to make sure, as long as I breathe, no one takes knowledge. I will hold on to it and caretake.
Don't speak of any of this to the rest of the camp. Let them celebrate. I will break the news to them tonight.
Are you heading to Pyramid, or are you going to have to deal with the stuff here?
As her second, I am now in charge of the camp. I will assess our losses and our situation before making any sort of decision on where we move.
Is speaking your name like the same thing with Margaret?
No, I am no hag. I am no fae.
Alright, then I guess when we find out anything, we will come back here and hope you're still here.
Feel free to make use of our camp for however long you need. You were considered friends of hers, so our hospitalities are completely open to you.
Thank you again. Condolences. If you want help with lacerates, please let me know before we leave.
And I have it taken care of. It's a very specific ritual for her kind.
Okay. I would say make sure her sister don't get her heart. It seems like this might be bad thing if she gets it. Considering it is a blood feud that the two of them had.
She nods. I could not agree more. Maybe we can seal it away somewhere.
Huh?
Somewhere that Lependa herself will not be able to
Well,
get a
if
hold
we
of
ever
it.
find our friend Cornelius, he has wondrous ship that sails through the space above the world, and the ship is smart. I'm pretty sure he can take it somewhere far from this world where she has no access to it.
Maybe if I run into this Cornelius, that is a good idea. She
You can't miss him. He is a very good man. Large, rotund, strong man. Had his big gun. Little strange the way he dress. Funny hat. Weird spectacle thing. He has jacket with way too many pockets.
never have enough pockets.
I was about to say there's no such thing. How dare you?
Those baggy pants with so many fucking pockets.
The ones,
Cargo
the
pants.
pockets that have pockets.
I
Yes.
resent that, sir.
So, Therian is going to step forward. I don't mean to speak out of turn here. I'm sure you are grieving this woman. If you wish to be rid of that heart, I do have access to quite a magical forge. I could take it to there and attempt to disassemble it for you.
Disassembling may be dangerous. There is quite a bit of magic involved in that art.
Yes, well, what is forging without a bit of danger?
Would you promise that this would not fall into the hands of her sister?
Oh, yes, of course. Nobody but myself and the keeper of the forge, as far as I understand it, can access that place.
As she nods and she reaches down, she pulls the heart out. And then she just hands it to Therian. And as
I will
soon
keep it
as
safe, I
Therian,
assure you.
Therian, as soon as your hands touch it, it shrinks down to the size of a dwarven heart. And you can see the gears sort of like struggling to move. And every now and then there's just a very audible tick.
Keep it quite safe on my person until I once again step into the forge. And I will tuck it within my shirt underneath all of my armor layers and stuff. So it's like 4 layers deep. Trying to muffle the ticking noise a bit.
Do you have anything separating it from your flesh?
I wish I did now.
That's
Okay.
a great
Why
question.
do you ask these questions, DM?
So, as soon as it makes contact with your abdomen, you can feel these spindly legs kind of like reach out as it begins to climb slowly as it's fighting, because it's got a lot of layers of clothing, so it's got to push, but it seems to be trying to fight up to your chest where your heart is at.
You
Please
didn't tell me this
die.
thing was a creature. I believe it is moving.
And moving. I've never seen it move. I've only seen it dormant in her chest.
Perhaps then I just got a worm in my shirt or something from that travel. And he like pulls his shirt out to look down.
As you pull the shirt open, look down, you see the heart kind of pull back a bit as like a small spike forms and it jabs down into your chest.
I would like to try to grab it.
You can't see it.
He just opened his shirt.
He
It's
didn't
in his
open his
shirt.
shirt. He pulled the collar out.
Yeah, he went like
Oh.
this.
So
Yes,
you're
you
gonna
can't
take
really-
you're gonna take 27 points of piercing damage as it
Ouch.
pierces down right into your chest. As you can feel it starting to trying to separate your rib cage.
Does he cry out in pain during this?
I don't know. Does Arian cry out in pain? That's
Take it
something
like a
using-
man.
Yeah, that's what
something
I
that-
asked.
that's
He's
something
dwarf.
something he is using a clockwork rib spreader on him at the moment.
Let's see if a con save says yes or no. He doesn't cry out in pain, but he like lets go of his collar and he looks up at the woman. Sorry, I don't remember her name. And he has like wide eyes and he's like, I think we have a bit of a problem.
At that point, I'm reaching forward and I will cut a shirt if I have to rip it off.
Well, he is wearing all his armor.
He's
and
got the
everything,
armor
which
and
is
everything.
like full plate armor.
And she's like,
True.
what's the problem?
It seems to be stabbing me.
Take it off of you. As it crashes down into you again.
I will reach into my
As you're going to
armor.
take another 21 points of piercing damage.
Oh, dear.
As you can now feel your breastbone begin to crack.
I'll reach into my armor and try and grasp it.
All right. Give me, let's do a strength contest here.
Strength contest.
Do I have time to guide him as he's doing this?
Yes.
Is it bad for me that I really want this clockwork thing to win?
So you get a D4 too.
D4, okay. I think I might need that. Oh, good, it's a 4. Strength contest, so it's just straight strength, right?
Great strength.
Yes. 15.
You reach in and you pull pull it out of your shirt, as everyone can now see that this thing had grown legs the moment it made contact with Therion's abdomen. But as soon as it's out in air, the spike retracts in it and the legs pull back in, and it's just this clockwork heart again.
Right,
know,
so I will keep this in a bag, not against my skin.
It's like you guys can now see the blood kind of like beginning to leak out from
It's like dripping out of the bottom of his
yeah.
armor.
Therian, you seem to be bleeding.
Oh, yes.
Durngal will
Yeah.
cast. Durngal's gonna cast Cure Wounds on him at that level.
The
I
whole
have
time
heal-
Farron behind him is like,
I'm doing healing word at the same time.
Okay.
Same thing.
Therian, you're leaking.
what a way of saying it. You're leaking.
While being healed, I'm gonna take the pouch that I had all those gems in that is now empty. I'm gonna shove this heart in that pouch and tie it off.
Okay. And as soon as you shove it in the pouch and tie it off, the ticking stops.
That's only 10 points for me. I rolled low.
That
And
mysterious
Amelia would
noise.
say, World has a bag of a magical bag that we could put in. That way it doesn't get stolen or picked up by anyone if you want.
I think now that we know not to let it touch your skin, I'm sure it will be fine. The ticking seems to have stopped.
Dude, my dice do not like you, sir. 7. That is 11 points of healing for me on the 3rd level Cure Wounds. Sorry.
Ouch.
Jesus.
I rolled 2 1s and a 5.
Oh, I am back up into triple digits now.
Apparently, my dice have the same opinion of Farron as Farron does.
Then my dice, I rolled
Apparently.
out of my 3d4. I rolled 2 1s. So
It's
Here's
healing.
a question for you guys.
Yeah.
The bleeding
Actually,
stopped. What's up?
Here's a question to you guys, especially for the DMs. Have you ever had a player that played a healer but never healed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
that,
even
that
for
was,
themselves.
That was
Derek-
right in our Waterdeep game.
Yep.
He was a
Derek-
cleric, but he never clericked.
There is no obligation as a cleric to ever mem cure wounds.
Yep.
It is
Okay.
a polite suggestion, but not a rule.
Yep.
oh, I don't
I
keep
just wanted
cure
to know.
wounds.
I'm probably one of the few people of us who knows the series MASH. When I played
MASH.
Yeah.
when I
Yes.
played Adventure League, if I played a cleric, I would channel one of the surgeons from MASH. Usually it was Hawkeye because
Nice.
Well, yeah.
because he was basically the most curmudgeon asshole of the group. And that's how I played any one of my clerics. They were basically a variant of some kind of a character from MASH. And if I'm playing a bard, I, out of the habit, do not take cure wounds because people think bards are backup healers.
Okay. I just wanted to know that.
I very much appreciate that healing, and kind of smacks his chest. Good as new. And he
It's a
kind of
little
leans
tender.
down to Reaver and like whispers, I think I broke several ribs.
And Reaver's like, oh, there is no thinking about it, old man. I heard the snap from here. You definitely broke something.
Oh, it hurts.
So since you've got the broken ribs at the moment, you're gonna like any strength or dexterity based skill checks that you make are gonna be made at disadvantage.
Aren't they
Still, you're
disadvantaged
mad.
anyway because he's cursed?
What is he cursed with?
No, he's not cursed.
He's not cursed.
No,
think that was
no,
Christiana.
no, he's not cursed.
Not at all.
Someone has a curse
You
on him.
know something that I don't.
Wait,
I thought someone has a permanent curse on them right now.
No, nobody has a permanent curse on him right now.
was it removed?
Advantage?
Farron was going to have a curse on her, but she gave up the
She gave up the arms.
yeah. She was gonna have a very painful curse.
Just in time to not be cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
Snowdrop
They're in
saved
safe
you.
hands right now.
Oh, actually, speaking of being cursed, it's not like sunny out yet, is it?
That's the one.
Oh,
That's the
what
one
it
I was referring to.
That's what it was. Yeah, it's daytime. It's daytime, but you are inside a tent.
We're inside. Okay, yeah.
So,
Good, 'cause
like-
I really didn't want to have to reroll.
Because he's got that
that's
sunburn.
right.
You're
You
not
got
in
the-
direct
yeah,
He
sunlight.
got the
Yeah, he's
sunbro
got the-
curse. That's right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what it
Someone is
was.
cursed.
That's what it was. So it hurt even more when it was like
Oh,
slamming
the
into your chest.
sunbro curse.
'Cause
I
you've
totally
got-
forgot about
You've
it.
got that 3rd-degree sunburn all over your body.
Yup.
Oh,
Being stabbed in your sunburn.
That sounds painful. No, thank you.
I'd much rather have the broken ribs.
yeah. Yeah, broken ribs over full body sunburn. Yeah,
Oh, yes.
totally broken ribs.
I mean, I just had a cracked rib once, and that was highly inconvenient.
I've cracked my ribs about 3-4 times. Never fun. Every time was riding a bike because I was a
I
undexterous kid who kept landing on their handlebars.
third rib from the top on my left side broke when I was running around with my dog, and I tripped over. No, he pulled the leash. I was in snow. He pulled the leash, and I fell really awkwardly. Broke my rib, and it healed in a weird way. Not a good time.
Did you play D&D that night too, like you did when you broke your arm?
I think I played D&D like the day after, I want to say.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's dedication.
I mean, it's broken rib. There's not really anything they can do for it. So
Right.
why not play D&D?
Yeah, they can't even like do
Just-
a wrap. It just
Nope.
puts more pressure on it.
Just take some painkillers and try not to breathe.
Yeah, for sure.
After all this settles down, I'll find my way over to Sana and ask her how she's feeling this morning.
Oh, that's right. Wait, no, the tent was not touched, so she's still alive.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have she didn't have Flipenda's
Oh, I'm
Seal.
aware.
so she looks around, she's like, does this mean we can go home now?
I think there's some loose ends we need to wrap up, but soon.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
I realized I didn't introduce you to the group. I apologize. I am horrible at these things. I'm Amelia, and she'll point out Therian. She says, this is Therian and Reaver. We have Dorngal, and you met his knight, Rutgar. We have Farron and Christiana, and then my brother Rild.
And she kind of just waves to everyone. So, but if the mist is gone, that means the undead are gone, right?
The undead were not tied to her.
Tied to who?
Oh, the mist. I thought you
Oh.
were talking about the witch. I apologize.
Mist. No, I was talking of the mist.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's cleanup to do with the undead that are still lurking about, and
Yes, I noticed a couple of the larger soldiers in the camp running out and breaking them as soon as they got near them, but none of them seemed to be fighting back. I guess that's a good thing. But you said
Mm.
you said a loose end needs. What do we need to do?
We need to go to the ruin and see what happened with the orb. The orb.
I
The
was
orb
afraid you were gonna say that too.
Yeah, well, the orb controls the miasma. The miasma's gone. So if the orb is missing, then
Sure.
somebody beat us to the orb, and we need to find out what happened.
And then there's also the rampaging creatures that the witch controlled.
Yes, the Slavi. If we see them along the way, we need to kill them because
Not
Uh,
much in a hand-to-hand fight, but I'm a good shot.
yeah,
and
no.
I'm
If
one-
you need,
We got plenty hand to hand.
I'm an excellent tracker and hunter.
Wait,
I've spent most
I
of my
still
life.
have my. Sorry.
I spent most of my life in Oak's Bounty, so I know my way around the green.
oh, that's perfect.
Sounds perfect.
What do you still have?
I
the fuck?
still have my original rifle, right?
Yeah, you still have the original rifle.
Are you gonna give her your old rifle?
Yeah, thinking about it. Is she? Does she have a bow or does she have? a gun?
She has a bow.
Okay.
She's got a
Yeah.
long bow.
You can learn
Speaking
to
of
be a
which, do
shooter.
I have a character sheet for her? I do not.
You
Okay.
do not.
That's fine.
I'm still trying to find a level 4 character that it's that, because like anyone that I pull up on the monster thing is like either 3 or 5 or something like that. So
All
I
good.
may have to custom make her.
All good. I don't have any weapons I could give you, but it looks like you have some. How much ammo do you have?
I have enough.
I'll look at her. Do you know how to use firearms, or is it just the bow?
I specialize in the bow. There's no need for the firearms. That's more of a fourth thing. She kind of looks over to Therian. No offense.
There was no offense taken. We are quite adept at a great many things, you see. Actually, on that note, smithing is something that we're quite good at. If I had known you needed perhaps some equipment, or that you were even accompanying us, and perhaps if I remembered that you even existed, I would have crafted something for you. My apologies.
It's okay.
I'm gonna offer a ration out of the good sack lunch, because this will have you heard of the druid spell Goodberry?
Oh yes, our druids in Oak's Bounty provide that to us on a daily basis when we go out for our scouting missions.
This bag does the same thing. So if you ever need one, just it's in this pouch.
It's like she reaches in and pulls out like a blueberry muffin. Oh, I much prefer this.
And then I'll also hand her the wand of enemy detection, and be like, "This, if you attune to it, will tell you if there's any enemies nearby."
Oh, that's useful.
I'm not using it, so
And she takes it and puts it in like on her belt.
yep.
You guys are way too nice to an NPC.
Yo, these
He's an ally.
NPCs, yeah, these NPCs that you get out of the deck of many things can level. They can progress
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
They're
Yeah,
they're
and I
not
mean, if
they're
they
not
die, you
just
take your stuff back.
yeah, they're not just cannon fodder.
Okay.
If there's
I was like,
anything
you guys
else
are
you
way
need,
too nice.
oh yeah, no,
Last
but
time I had an NPC, it died.
well, yeah, you're talking to the person who has the ability to bring people back from death.
I don't know. Can you bring
Death
this
is
thing
no death is no escape from servitude for this cleric.
Did I tell you could quit?
No. 'Cause
Yes,
I do
yes.
have an important question for you. I guess you haven't seen any of our abilities, but I do. I am a cleric. If you should fall in battle, do you wish to come back? I will not do so against your will.
I see no reason why I wouldn't.
Some people don't wish to, so.
I'm not one of those people. If I fall in battle, please bring me back as soon as possible.
And I'm just kidding.
What's
Oh,
that?
ju-
Is what?
Just you wait.
Uh,
Just you wait until you try to cast one of those spells.
I wanted to have two NPCs. One is a skeleton, one is a husk. That's all I want.
Probably.
But I think before we leave, we may want to get some food.
Yes, thank you. I've been trying to tell this group about breakfast and how important it is this whole time.
Good sack lunch. I don't.
Yes.
Kel?
This is good, but we may be out of camp for quite some time. We may want to have a nice hot last meal before we leave.
Last meal's a good wording.
That's no, that's not what I meant. I meant a final meal before we left the comforts of home.
What do you mean by
Oh.
final?
She kind of just gets flustered and just walks out of the tent.
She's gonna betray us.
So during
I
breakfast,
think-
I'm playing with my Tamagotchi for the 4th day.
Oh yes, those of you who are playing for your Tamagotchi for the 4th day,
Nope.
let's take a
Need to
break.
rest.
Oh,
Let's take a break because I need to get something. So
I'm so excited.
let's
I demand a baby dragon.
let's take a quick break, quick 5-minute break. Get up, stretch your legs, get something to drink, all that fun stuff, and we will be right back. Okay, we are back. So
Darn.
I was digging through like where I was going to get the animal ideas. And then I remembered I have something very special that I haven't been able to use in forever because it's an
Okay.
old like first edition, second edition book that was made specifically for designing backgrounds for characters, for quick play characters that you didn't have an idea what to play. The Central Casting Heroes of Legend book.
Oh
Oh
wow.
God, that looks
Like-
old.
It is.
That's a throwback.
That's a
this
second
is-
ed book.
Yeah, this is something that we used back in the day when we did a lot of homebrew second ed stuff. Specifically when 4th edition was out and we really didn't want to play 4th edition. But there's a section on here dedicated to unusual pets. So we're going to have people roll off of this chart
Ooh.
God
I
dang
love
it.
it.
to see
I
what
love it.
to see what the Tamagotchis
I mean, old Tamagotchi
Now,
technology,
do they
old
turn
second
in?
pet?
Now,
Sure.
do they turn into IRL pets, or are they
Yes.
still? Oh my God! Yes.
you get IRL pets.
Oh God.
So who wants to go first?
Oh.
I think Amelia. Yeah, I was
Gilly.
gonna say I think Amelia should because
Amelia really wants a new
Am-
toy.
yeah, Amelia pulled out her
She wants
Tamagotchi
minion
first.
number 2.
So
Give her a
Amelia,
fucking undead creature. Call it a
can you
day.
give me a D20 roll?
A D20 roll. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I don't know what to say.
Ooh. You get a pet dog.
Oh, okay.
Beauregard.
Give me another D20 roll.
5. Get these out of the way now.
Can you give me a D10 roll?
The number of heads it will have.
7.
7.
Oh man, if she gets a Cerebus, that'd be epic.
So, what breed of dog would you like? I'm gonna leave that up to you.
For Amelia. For some reason, a Wattweiler pops into my head.
A Roddy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your Tamagotchi shatters. And there's a soft green light that sort of trails off to it and sits next to your side as it forms into this solid emerald Rottweiler. It's made of emerald. And it's alive. Its fur and its skin are a precious gemstone.
Holy crap. Gonna have to beat people off of it with a stick.
So when it sheds, can you use that as spell components?
Yeah.
Gem dust.
Let me put me for a moment. Alright, here we go.
So
How
who's
about your
next?
dog? So when my dog sheds, it gets clump.
I'll go.
Okay.
You want to roll?
D20.
Alrighty. Okay. 12.
A 12. Okay. So, what do they have on here? You have a possum.
Okay.
Can I get
love it.
Can I get a D20
Yes.
roll?
One.
It has wings.
A
Awesome.
flying
Awesome.
possum.
So you
Awesome.
have a flying possum.
Love it.
The only way this would have been better is if it had been a pig.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
And
I want to go.
it has a fly speed of 25.
Okay.
Okay, Groudon.
Flying possum.
All right. D20, right?
D20.
All right. Okay. 20. Why not?
Okay. Can you give me a d20 roll?
Okay. $20.
Roll me a 1d3.
Okay. Sure. Okay, I'll just.
Yeah, do a d6 divided by 2.
Oh, right. Okay. 4.
Okay. Roll me 2d20. Give me them separately.
Okay.
I am concerned.
You're hitting
I
all
am-
the tables.
I'm. Good. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna roll the first one. Okay. That is a 19. I'm gonna roll the second one. That is a 20. Whatever.
Wow.
My
Okay,
dice love me today.
re-roll the 20.
Okay. I'm gonna use my lovely ability. 18.
Okay. So as your Tamagotchi evaporates,
Poof.
this mist kind of swirls up around you. And you feel something wet sitting on your shoulder. As there's this small green gelatinous blob with little tentacles kind of just like holding onto your hands. And as it does that, as it's sitting there, it spits out 3 gold coins. Every
Beware of the
day,
things that spits out coins.
every day, it will provide you with 1d6 gold coins, and it can turn into mist.
Oh, what?
Does he have a brain slug?
He has a mini green slime.
That vomits gold daily.
That vomits
That
gold.
vomits gold daily.
Yeah, the gelatinous one smiles on you again, Groudon.
I know, it's great. Green slime, 1d6 gold, turns misty.
And they could turn misty at will.
At will.
Yep.
Okay.
That means every time it sees someone named Will.
It just turns into mist and goes
At
at him. Who wants next?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Starts with a d20.
D20.
10.
10. Okay, that is a snake.
Ooh.
Now can we get a D20 roll?
13.
13-foot snake.
Ouroboros.
Anaconda. I mean, don't want none.
Unless it's got buns, huh?
So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
every
Please,
day,
please don't mute us. Please don't mute us.
every day, Raven, at the start of the day, it provides you with 1d4 spell slots.
Oh.
What?
Wait, I missed that. What did it get?
At the start of every day, it provides Christiana with 1d4 spell slots.
For a warlock.
For a
Warlock.
Oh my god, dude!
Rose wants one.
Oh my god! Please, can I have one of those in the regular Tuesday game? Oh my god!
And you thought your displacer kitty was so special.
Well, she's not able to like.
Now,
be
when you say
combatant yet.
snake, are we talking like
Whatever snake
Snake?
you want. Whatever snake you want.
Anaconda.
Just,
you gotta
just
do it.
remember, you've got to transfer it around and everything with you.
I'm pondering this? Just I'll let you know.
Let's say medium size. Let's not like go anaconda or anything like
Oh,
that.
come on. Medium-sized anaconda
Well, no,
wrapped around your body.
The only reason I say that is because one of the attributes is it's a larger sized creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one of those tiny little garden snakes.
Yeah, just like one like the little
Yeah.
garter snakes.
Little
Oh
red
my God.
racers.
Yeah.
Like all what's that golden garter snake thing? There's like a small snake where it's like yellowish gold.
I think
You
you mean
can-
like yellowish green.
You can have it just like wrap around your
Mhm.
wrist like it's a bracelet.
Yep. And it will just sit there. So Orengal, Therian.
Tyrion is technically a day behind.
It's fine. Like we're just
No,
gonna,
you did it in the morning with us.
yeah,
the day
you've done
before.
it, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
everyone's done it. So
We did it all together.
It's fine.
Dorngal can go next.
Alrighty. I was trying to sneakily be last, but I'll give it to you if you want it. Alrighty. What I gotta roll a d20?
D20.
It's a 1 and it's a cat. God.
Actually, considering who Dorngal's based off of, I want a fox.
I don't care what character
10.
I am. I get
That
fox
is a
penalty
snake.
happy.
So we got 2 snakes.
Can I get a reroll on the snake?
Yeah, you know what? I'll be nice.
Aw.
Since somebody already got a
nothing,
snake.
Nothing against snakes. I just, I like to be a little
Like
bit...
if everyone got a unique one, you know,
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, 19.
Very fitting.
Oh, dear Lord.
You get a baby bear.
No, I did not.
You get a baby bear and it stays a baby.
So I have a perpetual...
It's a teapot bear.
I have a perpetual cub.
You have a perpetual cub. Yes.
That is adorable.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
And can I get a D20?
Oh, that's
something cool.
that's hilarious. 16.
It breathes fire.
It's Tibbers! It's Tibbers!
It has a breath weapon.
It's the opposite of Smokey the Bear.
It does 1d6 damage. It's a little spurt of flame, but it breathes fire.
Oh,
Marvelous thing ever.
This is-
oh my god, I gotta write that down. Hold on.
And this
That
is how we're lighting campfires from now on.
Oh,
And if you don't name it Zippo because of that, I'm highly disappointed.
oh my god.
I love it.
Oh,
That's so great.
And Arian,
how is it like a 10-foot cone for the
it's a
breath
little
weapon?
5-foot burst. It's a little
Okay.
5-foot like little
It does
spurt.
little hiccups.
Yeah.
5.
5. You get a bunny.
Oh.
I immediately kill it for dinner.
Oh, my bunny.
I need some blood
Is
today.
it an immortal bunny so I can just
I
perpetually
forgot
tease Shadow
Fox
Fox
hates
with it?
bunnies.
I gotta get a D20.
Why I have this?
13.
13. Okay. Therian also gets 1d4 spell slots a day.
For all the spells that I cast, you know.
Oh no,
Does
this
he
gives
even
you
cast spells?
this gives you the ability to cast spells.
You want to take that one level of
Actually, no, because
something?
you are not a spellcaster, huh?
No, I'm
Yeah.
pure fighter. I
Okay,
don't know
go
if you
ahead
know
and
any spells.
go ahead and re-roll on that because that ain't gonna work for you.
3.
It's telepathic. It can communicate with you.
You have a
That's
tele-
funny.
Actually, it can communicate with anybody because it's telepathic. It communicates with mental speech.
Oh.
This is just heightening my distrust of all rabbits.
Now,
Yep.
see, I was really hoping that Gilly would roll a 6, because it says the pet is made of some substance other than flesh and blood. 6 is cloth. It's a stuffed animal.
Oh. That would have been awesome. Hey, I'll take an emerald dog.
Oh my god.
I don't think I have any spells to take emerald, but I can still collect that dust
Is
and
there a
sell it.
penguin in this?
There is not. A 20 is something alien. That's why you got the slime.
Okay, I was like, why is it always me with the weird shit that's fitting for me?
But yeah, this actually gave me a chance to pull this out again. And forever,
my
that thing just sits up on my bookshelf.
I request that you pull that out once more at the very start of campaign 3 of the Tuesday game.
For pets?
So we all have a pet right from the start.
I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, there are other like interesting things in there. Like I may just keep using that for like curses and stuff that you guys have, because they've got some interesting curses in that book. Like there are some
I
The
think I'm
Very-
group is
gonna
cursed
I
enough.
think I'm gonna call my bear Boo Boo.
boo boo.
Aww. I
Hey,
mean-
boo boo.
Chat named my dog already, so
What's your dog's name?
they named it Beauregard.
Oh, Beauregard lives. Beauregard, the emerald puppy.
And
You
now
gotta get away
Therian is
from
going
it.
to somehow kill it.
Keep him away from me.
No, we just need to keep it away from anything that can cast Acid Splash. Because that is the bane of all Beauregards. Is the Acid Splash spell.
Acid is the Beauregard's bane. I think by default, if you have a pet, if you have a dog named Beauregard, it just instantly has vulnerability to acid.
No.
I don't know. I'll let you guys choose a name for my alien.
So to further freak out Sana, we all now suddenly have pets. Poor girl.
Wait, did Ruthgar get a
No,
Tamagotchi too?
Oh, that's
He was
right.
with us?
Rutgar was around. So
Oh, that's right.
It was.
Rutgar gets
Oh,
a Tamagotchi.
Lord.
Totally forgot Rutgar gets one. Oh,
All right,
shit.
give me a
Anna
second.
That's
doesn't,
one
but
too.
Retgar
No.
does.
Give me
Sana's
a
too
second.
new to the group.
I'll roll for Rutgar.
All right, cool. I will let you roll for Rutgar.
Please get a dragon.
Wow. Okay, he rolled a 17.
Okay.
And it's very intelligent.
Oh, Jesus.
no.
Oh shit.
Give me a second. That can speak and understand any language.
I'm
So-
sorry, and it's a what?
As Rutgar's egg breaks,
Go dragon.
trail of stardust begins to shimmer around him as it comes to rest on his shoulder of this miniature blue dragon.
You son of a.
Yes.
Oh.
Why does he get the baby dragon?
Because I rolled a 17.
God
It's
damn.
technically a pseudo dragon. It's not like a real, like full on dragon.
So it's like that pixie dragon or something like that.
You
from
remember
Tuesday
the?
show?
Yeah.
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 Or the
it's a pseudo-
fairy dragon, I think it
Yeah,
was called.
the fairy dragon, but it's a
It was,
it's a pseudo dragon.
Okay.
Lantern Dragonette. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the lantern dragonette.
Sorry.
But
Yeah.
I love those things so much.
but
That
yeah,
comprehends all languages.
it can speak. It's very intelligent and it comprehends. Well, it comprehends and speaks any language.
Well, we got our translator.
Yep, and
Yep.
I think because of that, he's gonna name the dragon Rosetta.
Uh,
You got it.
Kidding.
Isn't
Fully
that
down
old
for that.
program?
Yeah, Rosetta
Yep.
Stone.
I mean, you could
Oh,
you could
okay.
go a little newer school and call it Babel.
Or
I like
Duolingo.
that is better.
I like Rosetta. Oh, that is awesome.
What is this nonsense?
But as everyone finishes playing with their Tamagotchis and eats their breakfast, are you going to spend the day in the camp, or are you going to begin setting out towards the temple?
Question is, did Therian notice that the cave is right there?
I think
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, is the entrance to this abandoned mine like obvious or something that we would have seen?
Oh
as
no,
we were
it's
moving about?
it's obvious. There's the cave where the teleportation hole was at, and about 15 feet away from that is this boarded up hole in the wall. It says "Danger, do not enter."
Well, that just makes me want to enter.
That's not going to stop me. I can't read.
While we're having breakfast, I'm going to use Ore Keeper to detect precious minerals and ores within 60 feet. See if there's anything that entices me in that direction.
Within 60 feet of you, no. If you're still like at the tables eating, no, there's nothing within 60 feet of you.
But we were told, I think we were specifically told that there was treasure in there, right?
There were gems.
So I guess while we're having breakfast, Therian will speak up. So with this this orb no longer causing any issues for any of us for any reason, does that mean we have a bit of time to go exploring?
I would like to go to the temple to see if we can find out what happened to the miasma. If someone has taken the orb, then we need to find out where it went. It's very dangerous.
I suppose, but if it is no longer creating a miasma in the area, does that not mean that we at least have a little bit more time than we did previously?
I mean, I guess. But I mean, we're not out of danger. We don't know what happened to the orb.
So we could perhaps just make a quick little journey into the abandoned mine here, then perhaps. Yes.
Are you still looking for the shiny things?
Oh, perpetually, my friend, perpetually.
Goodness. I mean, I guess. I mean, if we take no more than a day, yes. Keep you satisfied. If we don't find anything in 1 day's time, we leave. Yes.
That would be agreeable to me. Yes, yes, it would.
I am willing to give up 1 day travel to satisfy our friends here's greed.
I would call it curiosity, but I suppose it differs depending on your perspective.
I don't have the same love of metals you have, my friends.
I
They
suppose
are
not.
nice and shiny, but they offer me no use.
Well, if it would put everyone at ease, I did manage to put together something while I was at the forge that will possibly help us on our journey into this temple.
You make shiny new axe.
Not quite. He reaches into his bag and pulls out this like prismatic looking egg thing and like slams it down on the table.
Backing up because I don't trust this.
You hatch egg.
No. All those gems that the deck of many boons has bestowed upon me, I reforged them into something quite magnificent, if I do say so myself. I call it the Thuldor Stone. It is a dwarvish word. It means for those who endure, and that is exactly what it does. You see, it helps to protect you. When activated, it will more than just repel. It will dissipate. It will cancel out any and all forms of magic within 20 feet of it.
I've seen this spell before. It's big pain in butts.
It is quite helpful. And it is not just spells either. Magical equipment also gets cancelled out.
Yeah, let's not set that off next to me, preferably. I have my magic lathe and a few other magic items on me.
Well, as
soon
soon
as
as
greatly
I
aid me.
include yours.
the field, once it is gone, the magic returns. It is temporary.
Unless necessary, please. I
And,
quite like my magic. I rely on it quite heavily.
Would be quite helpful to us, I think.
I'm sure it will.
Should we encounter any more of that time magic?
well, I mean, I guess you can give warning so that way we can stay far enough away for you to attack and not be affected by the magic. Since if it cancels all the magic, then that means I cannot do the shape change and my weapons turn back to normal.
Yes, that is a bit of a trade-off. Although, for as long as the field persists, spells and the such cannot be cast through it either. So, it may cancel out our equipment, but nothing can be shot into it either.
Yeah, my equipment kind of gives me a boost to how well I dodge attacks. So that's my concern.
Yes, but if it is activated, then it would force our foes to come towards us, and believe me, if anything gets within the 20-foot radius, there'll be brawling with me and Reva.
I hope so.
Doesn't a lot of your equipment also get affected by that?
Oh yes, it does. But that is not an issue. I will fight bare naked if I have to. I've done it before,
I'm sure you have.
Don't ask about details. He has done it multiple times.
Intentionally or accidentally?
Yes.
Oh well, that's the best part. Both.
Fucking Reaper.
On that note, Rill, since we're going to be staying here for a while, why don't we do some hunting to fill our sacks with more food so we don't run out while we travel?
Facts.
Oh,
Sorry, had to.
Probably a good idea. I see a rather juicy looking rabbit right there.
As you hear in your hand. Oh, I just lost it. Perish the thoughts. I am not food.
Talks.
well, we don't hear this. This is Rill
Rill.
hearing it in his mind
Oh.
as the rabbit's like, "Bitch, please."
All it hears back from my mind is, I hate you.
We also have more mouths to feed, so we need more food. So Donna, if you'd like to join us, he said you're a good hunter.
Oh, yes, if you wish my assistance, I would be more than happy to help.
You can stay here if you wish. I'm sure this camp's a little safer if you're worried about that, but if not, you can come with.
Oh, I've been, to be honest, I've been feeling a little cooped up since I've joined. It'd be nice to stretch my legs and hunt with you.
When we get out of earshot of everyone, yeah, Emilio
This poor
will
little
allow Sana
elf.
to kind of get ahead. She will allow Sana to kind of get ahead, and she'll whisper to Rill that she keeps pace with him to be like, I might have fucked up.
You don't say.
What?
Things last night did not go as I expected.
As you try to get the words out of your mouth, your tongue kind of trips up. As you're, You can't tell anyone.
He's my brother. I tell him everything.
This is something that your brother cannot know.
He would aid us in this quest. He hates them just as much as I do.
He would try to stop you, as they all would.
I think I could persuade him otherwise.
Trust me, I've tried to trust. I've tried to put my faith in my siblings before, and look where it got me.
Were your siblings of blood?
Yes.
Mine are not. This is my chosen sibling. Different.
I
A different bond.
still cannot permit you to spill the beans.
Very well. I will not speak of you.
Do not speak of the orb either.
I will not. I'm gonna look at him and be like, I've decided I want to go back to the compound. I want to try to free the others, the new students, and lock in everyone who ran that place. I want to find all of the compounds and do the same.
It would take some planning, but
It would.
we could probably do it. I'd like to test this out. One of their skulls.
I would love to get one of their souls into this new weapon of mine.
Oh, that won't work.
No, because I don't want to get that close to them.
No, I mean they don't have any souls, so
Fair point. They probably traded them away a long time ago.
closest thing Real ever does to a joke right there.
Yep. The miasma's gone here, so I'm not sure how much longer we want to stick around. I don't mind going to the temple and taking a look around, but I'm sure the locals can clean up their undead mess.
You were hoping to go for some of that knowledge that
Not really.
she spoke of, weren't you?
My hope was to turn off the orb because it was forcing people into undeath. I didn't like that. Felt very similar to what happened to us. What could have happened to us. I simply didn't want her to turn against us. I didn't want to deal with that time magic at the time.
Well, with that in mind, why even stick around?
Wasn't sure if you wanted to follow through on seeing why the miasma stopped. Might be good to know.
Yeah, might be.
And there is knowledge down there. It might be something worth finding that could help us on our new quest.
It's true.
I mean, the Tomb of a Lich should have a lot of knowledge in it.
Book thing was never really my deal.
As you say Tomb of the Lich, you hear in your mind, that would be liches.
Great.
Goody!
And you eat a heart lich, and you eat a heart lich.
I'm getting all the hearts. They're all mine.
Meta, no meta, the fuck?
Double fisting hearts.
I eat all the hearts.
Nani?
Hey, we're all in this together, right?
Dorngo didn't hear anyone say in his head liches as a correction. So I'm just, as a player character, out of character, Nani.
I mean, I'm not saying a problem. This is fine. This is all fine.
I'm okay now. It's all gone in my head.
I'm in danger.
If you're now just realizing that, you might have a larger problem.
That's true.
It's okay.
But yeah. Anyways, yeah, that book stuff was never my area. So I mean, if there's anything in there that can help you, by all means.
Might be worth a look.
But
I'm not sure how much our
I mean-
friends would let me look. I'm not sure they trust us any more than we originally trusted them. We're still
oh, I mean, they've been useful, but I bear them no ill will. But if we go our separate ways, we go our separate ways.
Let's just see where the day takes us, I guess. If you don't mind, I want to take one of these kills for my staff to see if I can absorb the soul of an animal, if it's only humanoids.
About it.
So I'll go off kind of away from them, and then when I make the kill, I want to try to siphon
You do
from the
know
one.
you do know that the siphon itself has to be of a creature. Or so it
Human.
would
Oh, yeah.
like humanoid.
Yeah.
Animals you're not really going to get much.
Which is fine. It's more of an excuse to go off in a corner and drain the blood out of one of these animals.
Okay. Now, are you doing this off of the out of sight of Sana?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to need a stealth check.
Very well.
Yeah, I'll probably be testing Sana to see what her skills are and how good she is.
Oh, if
Does that give me advantage?
sure, we'll say that's a assistance.
Good. I needed that. Stealth is a 22.
Barely beat her.
Yes.
So you're able to get some. You're able to drain a rabbit. So you get some. You get a bit of blood in you.
Yeah.
I'm having Sana kill as many rabbits as we can find, especially those that look anything like Therion's new rabbit.
Wow.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say let's do this. You like with the three of you hunting, you come back with about 6 rabbits.
I'd like to keep the one that I killed in. No, not that one. I'll keep one of them in. Actually, I won't. I'm just gonna cook them all. Let's
Okay.
cook them all up.
Look them all up. So after the rabbits,
Hide your new insanguination ability.
right? After the after the rabbits are skinned and cooked, everyone has the food and rations that they need.
During preparation, there might be a couple glances in Therion's rabbit's way.
And every time the rabbit looks at you, he's like, "Am I supposed to be impressed? Congratulations, you killed a defenseless bunny. You must be the mightiest of all hunters."
Wow. Bunny's tossing shade.
He's sarcastic too. I love it.
Oh, that's funny.
So once everything is prepared, are you heading down into the mine?
Dorngol will help Therion. He told him he will sacrifice a day of travel to help him satiate his gem lust.
Okay. So I take it you're using Orekeeper just to move the debris and whatnot out of the way of the cave-in.
Yeah, move anything that's in our way, occasionally stopping to use tremor sense and to detect precious things.
And Dorngol will turn into a dire badger.
You're really gonna make me find a dire badger token?
Well, I mean,
Dance.
Well, are you putting us on a map?
Maybe.
Oh crap! Well then, let me just
See
make sure.
now what you've done.
Let's see. It is. What was I turned into before that can burrow? It was a
Yeah, I
badger,
don't
right?
have a dire badger token. But as you get about 60 feet down the shaft, Orekeeper begins to point you into the direction of numerous gem clusters down in a certain pocket of this mine.
Is certainly the direction that I'm headed.
And as you get down into this area, Amelia,
Mm-hmm.
you begin to sense undead down here.
Well, that's new.
Specifically whites. And something else. something not alive, but something not dead either.
That's not dead.
And that's where we're going to leave off for this week.
Oh, good.
So that definitely took a turn for something I did not expect. I didn't expect someone to wish for the orb to be brought to them.
Oh.
To
I
be
did
honest,
message you
though,
a few times actually about it.
I didn't
So-
know.
are you surprised? This is roughly the same group that wished for a bell. No, was it the bell?
No, it wasn't the bell. The bell was just on the ship. Because you stole it from the hag.
Yeah.
No, the bells, and then teleporting to a town and ringing a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, should you be totally shocked after
And
that
also-
stunt?
Very casually just going to retrieve a Lich's phylactery and then coming back like nothing happened.
Yeah. No big deal.
Oh, that's just a Tuesday for us.
Literally.
That-
Sounds,
That was
sounds
not
like
my
a Tuesday
plan
night.
entirely to do all of that. I wanted to store everything in the bag and hold on to it for a little bit.
Yeah, it's not something that can be stored in an extra dimensional space.
I've
That's
contemplated
fine.
very hard if Rose ever got a wish, what she'd wish for.
Well,
Crown, sorry, it was the crown
All right.
they just wished.
I'm
Oh,
gonna head
that's
out.
right.
Love
Yeah.
you guys very much.
all right. Have a good one, Groudon.
I
Cameron's
still
gonna
have
take
a wish left too.
Yeah, you do. So cameras are going to be messed up, but we're signing off. So, but yeah. So thank you everyone for tuning in. If this is your first time here, this is not our only show that we do. Currently doing 4 shows right now. On Monday we've got No Way Out, which is a mini adventure that HB Fox is running us through. On Tuesdays you have us here on Into the Wildlands, which is another mini adventure. Both mini adventures are in place up until both Shadow Fox and Zoro are able to make a comeback, and then we'll start bringing in
They're
the
able. We're waiting for the
baby.
the level
Yeah.
0, the level 0 human to be able to function for long periods of time without
Baby needs to level up.
excessive care.
Yeah, so once baby levels up,
Not ready for her to level up.
Oh man, you're feeling it already.
but yeah,
Damn.
once baby levels up, we'll be back on Mondays and Tuesdays with Mass Effect Horizons and Destiny Forged. And then on Saturdays, we have on alternating Saturdays, we have Withered Wastes, which I DM every other Saturday, which is a post-apocalyptic D&D game. And then on the alternate Saturday, which is the upcoming Saturday this week, Azarin runs a group of people who like to set bars on fire through the Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign.
Well, we can't say bars because they've only run across one bar that they've set on fire.
So far,
the
100%.
question is if I introduce a second bar, do they set it on fire?
Oh, you know they will.
So what you're saying is so far they're 1 for 1 and running 100% ratio on bars on fire.
Yes. Yes.
That's
your
what
thought
I.
was bad.
That's what I heard.
Yep.
That's what I heard too.
And I am looking for a 4th player for that campaign so I can up the CR.
Yep. So if you are interested in Pathfinder 2, or if you've ever wanted to play it, join our Discord. I think we have a command for that if the bot is working.
Hope the bot's working.
Yeah, it's working. Join our Discord, hit us up, and we can begin the process of doing interviews and all that fun stuff. But we're gonna head on out now for everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you on Saturday for more Wayward Wanderers. Till then, have a good one.